Hey guys, we are back with our regular video lecture series, and today's topic of discussion is the subsurface exploration. And in this video we'll try to explain what is subsurface exploration, what are the different methods of subsurface exploration, and why we should go for subsurface exploration. And these are the book which I used for a reference to making this video. Okay, so let us get into the heading. So before getting what is subsurface exploration, we should know why we should go for subsurface exploration, right? So the surface mapping provides only 2D view of the earth. As you know, we are dealing on the surface, so that is considered to be a 2D view, right? So according to McKinstry and Peter, geologists must use excavation method for 3 critical reasons. So what are the reasons? The first one is to see through the overburden. Second one is to get the fresh samples, and third one is to provide continuity. So when you are dealing with the rocks which is exposed on the surface, we should know at what depth it ends and at what depth the other type of rock starts. Or if you are dealing with the ore body, we should know what is the ore tonnage of that particular ore body. So just on the surface, whatever we are see, we can get only the length and breadth, which gives a area, right? So if you know the depth or the thickness, we can go for volume calculation. So that is the reason to provide continuity. The second reason is to get fresh sample, which is when the rock is exposed on the surface, there will be weathering, right? Which will change the physical as well as chemical property of a particular rock. So when you are studying a rock which is weathered, that will not give you a actual property of that rock. So to reach a fresh rock, we should go for subsurface exploration. The third reason is that to see through the overburden. That is, in many places we can expect there will be soil or vegetation cover where you cannot see any outcrop directly. So what you can do is you can go for subsurface exploration to see the rock that is present below this soil cover. So these are the prime reasons why we are going for subsurface exploration. So the next question is how we can do this. Actually, there are two broad methods to go for subsurface exploration. One is the direct method and other is the indirect method, where the indirect method is primarily using the geophysical methods like gravity, magnetic, seismic. So those topics we are already seeing in our NET lecture video series, and we will try to continue those headings separately. And this video is primarily on direct subsurface method. So the term direct means you are going to see, touch, feel, or even do some testing on the rock itself, whereas indirect means you are not in any way going to see the rock. Only by seeing the physical properties or only by seeing the properties that is measured from the surface, you are going to guess the rock. So this will be this rock, you are going to see or feel the rock directly. So that is the direct method. The first method is pitting, which is vertical exploration. So here what you are going to use, you are going to dig the ground rectangularly to reach a maximum depth. That is called pitting. Okay, so here the main use of this pitting is to test the horizontal deposits. When you are having a deposits like residual deposits or a placer deposits, you can go for the depth up to which this rock is extending. So to see that, you can go for pitting. The limitation is that whether if you are going for a deeper depths in a broader scale or a broader size, it could collapse, right? So you should not go much deeper, that is not more than 3 meters. So that is the limitation for pitting. Okay, so this is one of the direct method where you are going to see and reach the rock directly. The second one is the trenching, which is horizontal exploration. Here what you are going to do is you are also going to dig the place here also, but the prime rule is you should dig perpendicular to the strike of the formation, because when you are moving along the strike direction, you will be continuously seeing one particular rock. But when you are moving across the strike direction, if there is a change in the rock type, you will definitely come across that. So that is the reason to go for trenching, which is a horizontal exploration method. Okay, so this is used to expose the full width of the dipping ore body or a vein. and also locating the exact contact between two rock units. So these are two main uses of this trenching. And the golden rule is that you should always move across or trench across the strike of a formation. Okay, so that is very important in trenching. So pitting is for vertical excavation or vertical exploration, and trenching is for horizontal exploration. The third and most important widely used advanced method more than these two is the drilling. So when you are making pits or trench, you can go depth to the deep up to 3 meters, right? So if you have a formation which is say much deeper than 3, say much deeper than 5 meter, then you cannot go for pitting and trenching, which is very risky as well as more expensive. So what you can go for is you can go for drilling. Okay, so that is the only or most safest and economically viable option to reach a depth which is more than 5 meter. Okay, so up to what depth you can go for drilling, so that depends according to your need. So when you are dealing with the oil industry, they used to go even up to say 1000 meters or even more. So when you are dealing with the mineral industry, 150 meters is a maximum limit, because if below that depth you cannot go for mining, or if you go, that will be much expensive. So according to the mineral value and the demand for that particular mineral or oil or any economic important valuable minerals, the drilling depth is fixed. Okay, and there are so many types. Some of the examples are like diamond drill, where you can get the complete rock as a core, and also there is percussion drilling, where you can get only rock samples just like a chip sample. Okay, so these are the three direct method of subsurface exploration. So the next heading will be drilling. So because drilling is itself a big heading, which you will try to see in the upcoming videos, and I'm trying to make a video lecture series on drilling. So let this video be the preamble of the drilling video, right? So in the upcoming videos of the drilling, what we are going to see is what is drilling, why we should go for drilling, and what are the types of drilling, and the application of drilling. So these are the prime or important headings which we are going to see in the upcoming video lecture series on drilling. Okay, along with that, what we will try to see is what is a core log and what is a well log, and how you can use this core log with a stereo projection to calculate the safety of a particular mine site, and how you can use the well log to find the trap rock or a source rock and all those things. So with this in mind, I'm ending this video. If you have any questions, you can ask in the comment section, and the next video will be on drilling and all those other things that we are explaining. Okay, thanks for watching. Have a great day.